in your career, were you always interested in marketing? It's something that I think that you do very well, better than a lot of people I've met. Was it
Mhm.
something you were always interested in?
Actually, no. Let's go back to in 1999. I took a position with the Harrison Paint Company in Canton, Ohio. And my first year there was tumultuous. That's the kind word. And when I hired in at Harrison Paint, it was right after a company from New Jersey bought the Harrison Paint Company and did a strategic acquisition in reverse. They closed their New Jersey paint factory down, moved to Canton, and tried to put the two plants and the two organizations together. And in 1999, if you named it, it went wrong. And I took a couple days off at Christmas time around 1999. And I got that call that you do not want to get when it's your HR manager saying, you need to come to work. Okay, this is probably not, it's probably not for a Christmas bonus. I go to work and I'm escorted back to the executive offices, and I see three guys in suits and ties I've never seen before. Again, I'm in panic mode, and I'm given a list of our employees, and they say, Mr. Schmidt, you have 105 employees at Harrison Paint. You need to lay off 35 people.
Wow.
But we've taken care, we have let the CEO, CFO, COO, and president, we've let them go. So we want you to run the company. We'll make you general manager and vice president. But you run the company. We'll turn the company around because we're turnaround consultants. So that's the story about Harrison Paint. So that was December of 1999. In 2000, it went even worse. And it got to the point, Nate, this is a long story. I'll keep it short for your listeners. We made it to Labor Day of 2000. There was 2 Harrison Paint employees. I'd laid them all off. And my job as of Labor Day was, from the bankers and the attorneys, was to close Harrison Paint by Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I said, okay. And they said, of course, we'll pay you through Thanksgiving. All right. I asked the attorney, he said, do you mind if I sell the company for you? I said, well, okay, but we're not going to pay anything. We're not going to pay any expenses. If you want to do that while your main job is to liquidate the assets, get the real estate up for sale, and get rid of all the hazardous waste. So in September of 2000, I made over 500 phone calls. I found 23 different interested parties. I put together my own pro formas, went to Kinko's, bound them all up, then went to FedEx. Back 20 years ago, FedEx and Kinko's were 2 separate companies. For your members of your audience who don't remember that. Long story short, I ended up finding the Lauber brothers. I spoke with Mark Lauber on September 22nd, about 2:30 in the afternoon, and 90 days straight, we talked every day and ended up getting the deal done. There was one interesting part of getting the deal done was mid-October, there was a mandatory bankruptcy hearing, and it looked like the attorneys were going to push for a Chapter 7 immediate liquidation. And during that bankruptcy hearing, the judge reached to a sheath or a ream of papers, if you will, of letters on the corner of his bench, picked them up and fanned them to the audience and the people in the courtroom. And he put them back down. He said, he tapped on them. He looked pointedly at the lawyers' benches, both for the for the creditors and for the company and said, it seems like a lot of people want to see Harrison Paint saved. And the message was delivered, no Chapter 7 today, lawyers, work it out with the Lauber brothers. Now that stack of letters was part of a letter writing campaign that I started back in January of 2000 after meeting with Mayor Watkins and getting anyone I could think of in the town to write a letter, from the mayor, from the Chamber of Commerce, from everybody on the board of directors of the Chamber of Commerce, the police department, the fire department, my customers, my vendors, other business leaders in town. We had over 500 letters that was written to the judge, and that bought us enough time. And so then the attorney started working with the Lauber brothers, and then Mr. Lauber, Pat Lauber, said, Tom, we've never seen paint made. I said, okay. Do you think you can get your workers in to show us how paint is made? I said, Pat, I laid them all off. I said, but Pat, I'll make a deal with you. My customer Crescent Bronze in Chicago desperately needs a special paint that we make for them. I have everything I need except for one raw material that I'm lacking. If you'll pay for the raw material, I'll get the guys and we'll make this batch. We can make it on a Saturday. Only take about 4 or 5 hours, and we can then take care of the customer, and you can see the paint made. So Pat said, okay, Tom, how much will it cost me? And I go, about $850. Just, I'll do it. He said, but Tom, well, please make sure that I get the invoice the customer. You got it. So every guy I called, I said, hey guys, can you come in on Saturday and make some paint? He said, Tom, why are we doing this? I go, well, I got a new owner who's interested in buying us, and we got to make the paint for Crescent Bronze. And to a man, everyone said, Tom, will you pay us? And I go, I can't pay you, but I'll bring in coffee and donuts, even the donuts with the sprinkles. And they said, every guy said, fine, we'll come in. And long story short, they came in, we made the paint, got the customer out of the way, out of the woods. The owners got to see how paint was made. And then a month later, when they bought the company, every man who came in on that Saturday is a Harrison Paint employee. And I'll tell you this, to this day, I think they're all still employed there.